of digital banking as well as e-commerce. Thank you so much for being with us. I will give you a moment to introduce yourselves a little later on. But for now, as you know, that we always have some exciting prizes to give away on the show. So do make sure that you stay until the very end for our Q&A sessions in between and stand a chance to win some cool prizes from Standard Bank. And do make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as follow us on all our social media pages. And now, Diana, welcome.
Thank you, Piwa. Good evening, Piwa. Good evening, Ricky. Good evening, viewers. Diana Dlamini from Unayo to talk about all things Unayo today.
Thank you, Diana. Ricky?
Good evening, Piwa, and good evening to our viewers online. And very happy to be here today, representing Standard Bank and looking after the digital strategy.
Lovely. Ricky, I'll start with you. Can you tell us why Standard Bank introduced a product like Unayo and how it will help to introduce more convenient banking for eMaSwati?
A big part of Standard Bank's strategy is being relevant in the communities we operate in. And a part of being relevant in our community is about driving up financial inclusion. Instant money was an important part of that strategy around creating the ability to remit value across the country. However, that solution did fall short in other areas in terms of how we can uplift and participate in the communities. In particular, when you look at aspects like partial withdrawals, being able to accept payments at merchants, store of value, being able to access money outside of ATMs and merchants. So moving on to the Unayo strategy allows us to do that. In particular, with the merchanting capability, it allows merchants to earn commission, which is now an entrepreneurship opportunity helping to uplift the community. And that is very important and close to our heart in terms of growing the SMME space in Eswatini.
Lovely. Now, the transition, the upgrade from Instant Money to Unayo went live last week. Now, can you just tell us how the reception has been from the public, and are there maybe any concerns that have surfaced and queries that you would like to address today?
Thank you. I think we've had some great reception from the public. In particular, many people that love the flexibility of being able to do partial withdrawals. I think many people are excited around that capability. We've had a great feedback around the simplicity of creating a voucher yourself as opposed to having to wait for a PIN and a voucher. We've also had great reception around the multi-language option, being able to access the Unayo menus in local language, Siswati, which wasn't the case with Instant Money. So we've had lots of positive feedback around the capabilities. There's also been a couple of misnomers that have also presented themselves, and we've been challenged from an Unayo perspective. In particular, the one is it secure? Because we don't get the PIN that we received before. And one thing we can definitely assure the public is that now with Unayo, you are able to generate the voucher yourself. So before, if someone had your PIN, had your voucher and your cell phone number, without your phone, they could actually conduct the transaction and extract the value. Now with the Unayo voucher, you have to have the phone yourself to generate the voucher, creating additional security from your number, which is not the case. But it also streamlines the process en route to the ATM. So that is the one a misnomer around Unayo. I think a second misnomer has been around, do I have to have a cell phone number with one provider and not the other? And what we want to confirm is that Unayo allows any cell phone provider and user in the country to access Unayo, which we're quite excited about. The third one that I wanted to dismiss in terms of myths, you don't have to have an Unayo account to be able to receive a voucher. So as long as you have a cell phone number, you are able to receive value with the Unayo platform.
Nice. Thank you for that, Ricky. I mean, with change, it's only normal that people might have some fears. So I think it's very good that you're here to allay those fears and to maybe change any misconceptions that people have. But for now, we are going to take a quick break and we'll be back with more on Unayo. Welcome back. You are still tuned into the Blue Table Talk series, proudly brought to you by Standard Bank Eswatini. And on today's episode, we are talking all things Unayo, telling you about all the benefits and solutions of this new banking product introduced by Standard Bank. Before the break, we had Ricky Holloway, who told us more about what Unayo is all about. And right now, before we go into our conversation with Diana, we are going to ask you a Q&A. This is our first Q&A for the evening. As mentioned, we have lots of these throughout the duration of the program, giving you the chance to learn more about what our discussion is about, but also win some goodies whilst you're at it. Now, our first question for the evening is list 5 ways that you can fund an Unayo account. I'll repeat, list the 5 ways that you can fund your Unayo accounts. All right, easy peasy. Make sure to send your comments on our comment section on our social media pages. But now, to you, Diana. Can you maybe, now the upgrade has sparked maybe some questions around the convenience and accessibility of Unayo. Can you tell us more about whether one needs to have an Unayo account to be able to receive and withdraw cash using an Unayo voucher?
No. The answer is no. You do not need to register or sign up for an Unayo account for you to receive an Unayo voucher.
Right.
Yes. So we have 2 types of recipients. You will have an Unayo account holder recipient and a non-Unayo account holder recipient. Okay. So if you're a non-Unayo account holder, it's going to request you to dial *334#, pick a language, English or Siswati, and go to option number 2, which is view open voucher. You then go to an ATM or a merchant and you're able to redeem your funds. And then for an Unayo account holder, automatically when you receive that voucher, it will automatically credit your Unayo account. On your Unayo account, you can then decide whether you want to cash out the funds, you want to buy electricity for free, you want to buy airtime for free, or you want to pass on and send money to anyone else on the platform. So, no, you do not need to have an Unayo account for you to be able to receive an Unayo voucher.
That seems so easy to follow. Those steps are also easy to follow. Can you now tell us about the different ways that you can fund your Unayo accounts?
You can fund your Unayo account if you're a Standard Bank account holder. You can transfer funds from your Standard Bank or online banking directly into your Unayo account. You can also deposit at a Standard Bank ATM directly into your Unayo account. And most importantly, you can go to a local merchant in your community around where you live, and you can make a deposit at your merchant.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Diana. We're going to take another very quick break, and after the break, we're going to have Standard Bank's specialist, brand and marketing specialist, Anele Chabalala, to tell us more about Unayo. Please stay with us. Eswatini, and today we are talking all things Unayo. Now, before the break, we had our first Q&A, and right about now we're about to have our second Q&A, where you get to stand a chance to win a Luju Festival ticket. As we know, Luju will be happening this weekend, so all you have to do is answer just one question, which is list 3 transactions you can perform on Unayo. I'll repeat, list 3 transactions you can perform on Unayo. Easy peasy. All right, now we move on to our next question, Diana. Still staying with you. Now, one of the features that Swati appreciated about instant money is that as a sender, you could withdraw from sending the recipient the PIN if it was sent to the wrong number. What feature does the Unayo voucher have to bring about this peace of mind? How does it bring about this peace of mind, Unayo voucher?
You were still able to cancel a voucher sent to a wrong recipient. Yes, that feature still available.
Okay.
Yes.
Lovely. So can you tell us more about the different transactions users can perform on Unayo, and perhaps also highlight the difference between instant money and Unayo? What are the benefits that customers can look forward to when using Unayo instead of instant money?
So with the instant money voucher, when I receive an instant money voucher, I have to redeem all the funds immediately. That is for the recipient. And for the sender, you would be paying for the send fee and the cash out fee.
Okay.
With the upgrade to the Unayo voucher, first of all, the charges are split between sender and recipient. So if I send you a voucher, I can choose to pay for your cash out fees or not.
Oh.
Yes. And I can choose as a recipient to do a partial redemption of my funds. So I'm not forced to really redeem all my funds at that instant. And I have a 30-day period to redeem whatever is left on my voucher. And automatically the system will generate a second voucher. So I have total independency of that voucher. I do not need to go back to the recipient back and forth on getting additional information. So that is the luxury of it. And the last benefit is if I then decide to then want to open an Unayo account, whilst I still have those open vouchers, automatically all my vouchers will credit my Unayo account. I can then decide to then do other things like purchase electricity and airtime. So it's got more perks from your instant money voucher. Yes.
Right, love that. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. Do stay with us. This is the Blue Table Talk series. We are joined by Standard Bank's brand and marketing specialist, Anele Chabalala. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good to have
so
you
much.
back.
Thank you.
Okay, so Anele, as we know that with this being a new kind of product, everyone wants to know where else they can learn more about it. I think it's important that we keep clients updated, and we know Standard Bank has some channels and information channels that are set to do just that. Can you just tell us a bit more about how customers can learn more about Unayo?
Look, Pure, thank you so much. This has been a very informative session this evening. I think my colleague Ricky and my colleague Diana have shared so much information about the upgrade from instant money to Unayo. Besides you being able to just re-watch the show, which is archived on our YouTube channel, you can also really tune into our various marketing media channels. We are on radio every week. We are on EBIS. We're on radio actually tomorrow. We're on radio tomorrow evening at 5:15 on EBIS on the Siswati channel. and then we're again on radio on Thursday morning on the English channel. So if you missed this, or if you prefer radio, you can definitely catch us there to learn more about the upgrade. You can also catch us on VOC tomorrow morning from 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. We are obviously also on TV every Friday evening on This Weekend Eswatini on Eswatini Lifestyle. Again, bringing you more information about this transition and what we like to call an upgrade, really. We're also on print media. We are in the newspaper, really trying to educate customers about the ways in which you can use the Unayo voucher. We're also on our billboards, digital billboards. The list is endless. Of course, we're also using our social media channels as well. So you can definitely catch us on all of those channels.
In short, we are spoiled for choice.
You're
You
spoiled
just
for
have
choice.
to choose
Please,
your
if you
channel
prefer radio,
of
we're on
choice.
radio.
Yeah, no.
Social media, we're on social
Love it.
media.
love, love.
Yeah.
Okay, and lastly, Anele, any exciting Unayo and Luju festival promos that we should look out for ahead of the festival this weekend?
Absolutely. You know, the Luju buzz has hit us. It's kicked in, yeah. So this year, really, really exciting things in the Unayo space. We're going to have discounted food at our food garden. So selected traders where you can pay using Unayo, where you can get discounted meals there. We also have an exciting activation in the main garden. You can get discounted drinks if you pay using Unayo. And if you haven't bought your ticket, Piwo, you can get discounted tickets on Unayo as well. Discounted by 130 emalangeni. Come on, Unayo is the gift that keeps on giving.
That keeps on
giving. So yeah, you can enjoy all of that.
Repeat, list 5 merchants in the Babane Manzini corridor. The Babane Manzini corridor. All right. Well, that marks the end of our show this evening. Thank you all so much for being with us. And before we say our goodbyes, I'd like to give you all a chance to just say your closing remarks and just to, you know, give some sort of last words to our viewers at home about Unayo and things they should remember about Unayo.
Thank you for a lovely session, very short-lived. It was nice interacting with the viewers. We've put up a lot of educational information, your information on how to cash out a voucher, how to create one, how to fund your account. There's so much information on our social media pages. So please go through that and do call in for any further clarity. We are here to help you and make this transition easy, and we will be available at the Luju. There will be an Unayo stand. We will be available there for your questions and education, of course, to try and really improve your customer experience. Thank you for the lovely evening.
Yeah, lovely. Anele?
Thanks so much. And I'm really here to just accompany Diana. My job is just to say, please engage with the consumer education. You're spoiled for choice. And the only constant thing in life is change, right?
Yeah.
It's important we embrace this. And I do know that the upgrade to Unayo voucher from Instant Money was informed by Emaswati's needs, right? Financial needs. So it's important for us to, you know, embrace it, begin to use it. You will engage with all sorts of consumer education wherever you go. Our branches, there's definitely personnel there readily available to assist you on radio, on TV, and all of the channels I've mentioned. It is a very exciting platform once you get the hang of it, and I can attest to that for sure. And then lastly, beat the queues for this weekend and top up your Unayo account. You don't want to be queuing at the festival because there's lots in store at the festival this weekend. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
This has been really insightful. I've thoroughly enjoyed this, and I know our viewers watching have also learned so much about Unayo, which is great. Thank you all so much for joining us on today's episode, and let's keep the conversation going. Like Anele said, do engage with this consumer education programs that Standard Bank has to make sure that you learn more about Unayo and this exciting upgrade. From me, Piwo, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you again next time. you.